Hey guys, I'm out here in this beautiful park in Kentucky, and I parked my Jeep out here, and I thought what a great time to just go over the rig, show you everything that we've been working on this thing, suspension, driveline, steering, shocks, armor, skid plates, all that stuff for you. And then it's just been one big puzzle piece, but we finally got it together the way I want it. And the most recent upgrade that we did with these 40-inch Mickey Thompson tires. So a lot of the stuff that we were doing with this was just to build up to be able to run these 40s. So I'm going to show you guys everything we've done and then just let you know how it's working so far. So I'm just starting off with the suspension. We have a rock crawler. I believe this one is the mid-arm, 4.5 mid-arm kit. It's an Adventure X, Adventure Series joints. So, no maintenance on that, which is nice. Underneath, we're running a rock crawler aluminum tie rod. This is the Pro X tie rod with a Falcon steering stabilizer, and then we're running the Steer Smarts setup for the rest of drag link, etc. We do have a sector shaft brace installed here. This made a world of difference for me. I love that thing. I highly recommend that if you're running 37s or up that you put that Steer Smarts brace on there. Really made me a believer. We still have the rock crawler quick disconnects on here. I might move to something else in the future, but I mean, it gets the job done right now and it's been great. We do have the RCVs. These are the RCV, I believe they're chromoly steel. And then that replaced my traditional stock. I believe I had the Arzepa boot CV style setup from the factory, which is trash. So we've got something more durable on there. I'm still running the stock ball joints. We'll see how that goes with these 40s on. I may have to upgrade those as well. And the stock knuckles. Still running the stock axle tubes. These are Dana 44s, semi-float. But inside we're running a Yukon gears, front and rear. Got 488s in it right now. And then in the front I've got an Eaton E-locker. In the rear I have the factory electronic locker. So a lot of info there. Moving from the steering over to the shocks. I'm running the Falcon Fast Adjust shocks. I normally run these on a 2. And then when I get on the trails, I bump them down to a 1. These are awesome shocks, highly recommend. They've been amazing for me. Moving underneath, I have Adams 1350 Extreme Duty drive shafts, front and rear. These are the heavy duty drive shafts, and they've been great. I think that's it for the front. Going to the rear, for the rear axle, the only thing that I've done is replace the axle shaft with Revolution chromoly rear axle shafts, and then obviously the shocks, rear track bar bracket. So just a one note, I'm running Falcon shocks, and these are for the 4.5 lift. But I also have Terraflex 2-inch spacers, shock spacers at the bottom, as you can see right here. So these little spacers right here give me a little bit extra shock length and travel, so that I get a little bit more droop and articulation. The other thing under here, I've taken out the exhaust. So I am running an AFE Power high tuck exhaust. And that gives me a little bit more area in the back. As you can see, that huge exhaust muffler is gone. So I'm not smashing that up on stuff anymore. Okay, so let's move to the armor. In the front, I'm running my original front bumper. It's a Warn Elite stubby front bumper, which is odd because I have a bad Linz winch, but I think eventually we are going to switch to the Warn Evo. But that's the bumper I have. It does have a skid plate and everything, so it's been amazing. I've got the Morimoto fog lights. These are Morimoto 3 bangers, I believe. And these are the wide fogs. So those are really good, great to have. This bumper didn't have cutouts, so we just kind of fabricated some L brackets right here and just drilled them into those holes. They had some, I think some high lift jack cutouts right here, but I don't have a high lift jack, so I don't need to use that. Like I said, still running the Badlands winch. Hasn't let me down yet. I've heard great things about it and terrible things, so it's gotten me out of a lot of bad situations, so we'll see how it does. Staying with lighting, we are running the KC Flex Era 4s on this, and then I just have the amber covers for it. For fenders, these are the flat fenders from Motobuilt, and then I have the matching inner fender liners in there as well, which looks really good because you can color match the vents. Same with the sliders. We have the Motobuilt sliders. These are, well, we call them the boat sliders. They're pretty good. The only thing I will say, they're integrated with the armor, the side armor, and it does push in the body of your vehicle a little bit. So if you hit some hard rocks like I do, you'll see right here where I've touched it up, but it will push in the body, and then you'll get these little micro dents along the bottom of your tub. So something to keep in mind with this style slider. Probably go back and get the weld-in tube style sliders for this. But yeah, that's what we have, so we'll see how she goes. Underneath, I do have a Metal Cloak full skid plate system. This has been great. I bashed this on a lot of things. It's amazing. Highly recommend it. That's the one to go with if you're going to do heavy duty extreme rock crawling. You just don't want to worry about it. I also have their diff covers on the front and rear. I smash those on everything, and I just don't have to worry about it. They're nice because they slide up and over stuff. And that's kind of my driving style, is I just hit everything. So until I get better with tire placement, those are staying on. Combat off-road doors. Mixed feelings about these. I do like the look. They work great. The latches are good. You can tighten them down so they don't rattle, which is amazing. The only reason I have mixed feelings is because I bought them for trail doors, and then sadly, you know, they have this huge gap right here, so mud still just flies up into the vehicle. So, but you know, you get what you get. That's part of it. Moving to the back, same fender flares setup. We do have some armor back here. We have the Motobuilt, I believe they call this the rear tub armor or something like that. And then we're going to be doing the matching rear corner armor just to cover up some of these dents that where I've smacked into trees, etc. We've got some on the other side too. Moving around to the back, I have this is the Motobuilt rear crusher bumper. And then I have Morimoto tail lights. We have the TerraFlex Alpha HD spare tire carrier. That's a hinge reinforcement, replaces the whole hinge and everything. These are awesome. And I'm running a 40-inch tire on that carrier with the Motobuilt bumper. So there's some adjustments in this tire carrier to run the 40. You can push that tire carrier out a little bit and then just snug it back up so that you're as flush as possible. Yeah, no issues with that so far. And then for the license plate holder, I just got this rock slide. I really had nowhere else to put my license plate, so I found this on the internet, and yeah, love it so far. The thing is, you can just take this off anytime you want. It just straps on there, and then if you want, you just use as a buckle strap and you just take it right off. So that's what we're doing for now. For our soft top, we do have the best top. This is the slant back, the Ultra Black Twill, and that just gives you, I usually run it like this with a canopy, safari style or what have you, and that works for me. Moving inside, so I've taken the rear seat out. You can see the old tire that I just picked up from the shop. But I took this rear seat out. It just gave me a lot more storage space. I'm thinking in the future I might just do a some type of cargo system back here. So there's some cool ones out there that I'm looking at, just haven't decided what I want to do. So any suggestions, put it down in the comments. So we've got the Carolina Metal Masters mirrors, which everybody loves. And the great thing about that is that you get an extra little mounting ball right there. I chose to go with a 22 millimeter, I think it is, 20 or 22 millimeter, because that matches all the bullet point mounting system. So you can use all of the arms and accessories with this ball on either side. And I'll show you that in a second here, what I've done on the other side. For our base radio, we have the Rugged Radios 25 GMR, I think it is, something like that. So it's a 25 watt radio. This is not the race radio. This is the GMRS radio, which is what everybody's going to now. And then I'll show you how I have this set up. So this is a magnet mount right here. And then this is the Bullet Point Mounting Systems M6 Diablo mount. So if you want to get one that matches this Scosche backing plate, that's the M6 Diablo. And it works great. That does not come off while wheeling. So you can put it wherever you want and you're good to go. So moving back to the driver's side, you can see the Rugged Radios mount here. Not the best placement for it, but this is what it came with. I haven't scratched it on a tree or anything, thankfully, yet. But the mounting bracket here is not great. Probably could use a little bit better powder coating. I think I'll probably end up having to eventually take that off and maybe respray it. For our handheld, we're running the new Rugged Radios GMR5. This is the one that just came out. I think it's got a better battery life and longer range. But yeah, it works great. Used it out in S'more, and yeah, really like it. And it matches nicely with the Rugged Radios base unit that I have. So for that, I have running on a Bullet Point Mounting System handheld mic holder, and that just slides nicely right in there, attached to a Bullet Point mounting arm. And then that's in a convenient location where if I'm outside the vehicle and I'm wheeling, I can just grab it really quick if I forget my radio. Yeah, I think that's it for the inside. The only other thing that I didn't talk about yet is the wheels and tires. So right now we're running these Black Rhino shredders wrapped around Mickey Thompson Baja Boss 40-inch tires. So these are the MTs. These are the tires everybody wants. We just put them on, so yeah, more to follow. But these are not beadlock tires, even though they look like it. They're rock magnets, as you can see, but they've done great for me so far. And I usually air these down to right around 10 PSI, and I haven't had any issues. Okay, so back, had to switch locations real quick. Some people walked up, and yeah, I just never want to inconvenience anybody. Had to stop the video because they were talking really loudly and stuff like that, so I just moved. But yeah, that's pretty much covering everything that we've done to Midnight Hammer so far. If you have any questions or comments on the build or any suggestions, recommendations, just leave it down in the comments below, and I appreciate you watching. We'll see you out on the trails.